All. U.S. State Department warns. Iran must not be allowed to possess nuclear weapons. In a bold and strongly worded statement, the U.S. State Department has reaffirmed its position that Iran must never be allowed to obtain nuclear weapons, citing concerns over global security, regional instability, and the long-standing commitments to nuclear non-proliferation. The announcement, which came during a press briefing held in Washington, D.C., follows a series of intelligence assessments and diplomatic discussions indicating that Iran has continued to enrich uranium at levels far beyond the limits set by the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, also known as the Iran nuclear deal. A spokesperson for the U.S. State Department declared, Iran's current nuclear trajectory is unacceptable. The world cannot and will not tolerate a regime like Tehran possessing weapons of mass destruction. This latest declaration from the U.S. comes amid rising tensions between Iran and Western powers, particularly after several stalled rounds of diplomatic talks in Vienna aimed at reviving the original nuclear agreement. Iran insists that its nuclear program is for peaceful energy purposes, while the United States and its allies accuse Tehran of pushing toward weapons-grade capabilities. According to the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, Iran has amassed enough enriched uranium to approach weapons-grade thresholds, raising alarm among Western officials and regional neighbors alike, including Israel and Gulf states like Saudi Arabia and the UAE. The U.S. has made it clear that all options remain on the table, including diplomatic pressure, economic sanctions, and even military deterrence, should Iran continue to defy international protocols. Global reactions. Israel quickly welcomed the U.S. statement, reiterating its long-standing stance that a nuclear Iran poses an existential threat to the Jewish state. Israeli Prime Minister responded by saying, we stand with our American allies. Iran must be stopped before it's too late. European allies including France, Germany, and the UK, also voiced concern over Iran's lack of transparency and cooperation with nuclear inspectors. These nations urged both Washington and Tehran to return to meaningful dialogue, but agreed that Iran cannot be permitted to become a nuclear-armed state. Russia and China who have maintained closer diplomatic and economic ties with Iran, responded more cautiously. Moscow emphasized the need for continued diplomacy, while Beijing called for restraint and criticized what it termed Western provocation and pressure politics. Iran's response. In response, the Iranian Foreign Ministry condemned the U.S. statement, calling it aggressive, hypocritical, and based on false intelligence. Iranian officials insisted that their nuclear ambitions remain peaceful and within the rights granted under the Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT. They also accused the U.S. of double standards, pointing to the existence of nuclear arsenals in the U.S., Israel, and other Western powers. A senior Iranian diplomat warned, if the U.S. continues down this confrontational path, it will bear responsibility for any consequences that follow. What's at stake? The fear of a nuclear arms race in the Middle East is a major concern for the international community. Should Iran obtain nuclear weapons, experts believe that other regional powers might be compelled to pursue similar programs, increasing the chances of a catastrophic confrontation. Moreover, any military action against Iran could destabilize global oil markets, worsen the humanitarian situation in the region, and lead to wider conflict involving U.S. allies and adversaries. Conclusion. The U.S. State Department statement marks a critical moment in the ongoing nuclear standoff. As the world watches closely, the stakes could not be higher. Will Iran return to the negotiating table under mounting pressure, or will it push forward toward nuclear capability, triggering a broader crisis? One thing is clear. The international community faces a high-stakes challenge, balancing diplomacy and deterrence while avoiding a path that could lead to irreversible consequences. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor this developing story.